Well, good morning. I kind of like a microphone that has some volume to it. And I really like a beautiful day out here in the United States Capitol when you see the lawn full of American patriots. American patriots that love our country. They come from all over America to defend our country, to exercise our constitutional rights, including our First Amendment rights. Freedom of speech, religion, the press, and to peaceably assemble and and petition the government for redress of grievances. Well, we have them. And we are here today to what I think will be the longest press conference maybe in the history of the United States Congress. And the reason for this is because there's been an accelerated debate that has moved through to the United States Senate to move an immigration policy that I believe is at its heart and core amnesty. I've always believed that was a mistake. In 1986, it was a mistake. It would be a mistake today. So we want to make sure that the American people understand the components of this debate, the politics of it and the policy of it, and have an opportunity to weigh in to each one of us, to members of the House and the members of the Senate. But as this debate is accelerated, it's moved along a lot faster than I'm comfortable with. There has been some people that came to conclusions that I think are conclusions that are not based on any empirical data or even good judgment. And what is good judgment is stand up and defend the rule of law. And there is to be open debate in this Congress. So first, yes, there's debate in the Senate, there's debate in the House, there's committee action that took place in the Senate. They had a relatively long markup there. But as you saw those votes come down, they came down on the line of what was the deal? Not what is the policy, what is the amendment, but what is the deal? Now we're going to protect the deal. You all know that if you watch the news. And then it comes to the floor of the Senate, and they reject reasonable amendments, like, for example, John Thune's Fence Act. You know, we passed a bill some time back, the Secure Fence Act. It was undermined. And now if you wonder if they were serious about securing the border, all you have to do is look at that vote in the Senate and you understand they're not. They voted down the secure fence language that John Thune offered yesterday. And so I believe that not necessarily the die is cast in the Senate. I think it's useful to let folks know what you think. And maybe there's a way to yet kill this thing in the Senate. And in the House, the situation here has moved forward too. I'd hope that we could carefully deliberate. I'd hope that we could have inside closed doors discussions in our Republican family here. I'd hope that we'd have a slower process that would let the American people catch up with what's going on here. But it seems to be that the green flag's been dropped on immigration here in the House too. So that's why we are here today, is to take this debate outside the halls of Congress. If it's not going to be good enough inside, we'll take it outside under the First Amendment right. And I have a lot of things that I'd like to talk to you about, but I also have behind me some members that are soon going to have to go off to various committee meetings, and hopefully they'll be coming back and forth here as the time permits, and they'll be able to step up on the stage and inject some ideas in. And hopefully we'll end up with a Lincoln Douglas style discussion if those folks that disagree want to come out and have this conversation. And if that happens, I want to tell you, let's be respectful and let's be polite with them. If we have a disagreement, that doesn't mean we need to be disagreeable. And I've had some conversation with very active members in the Senate who have been open in their discussion and I think are sincere in what they're trying to do. I just disagree. And so this forum that's here today is a press conference, and we are working underneath the rules with a permit that allows us to set this up with the Capitol in the backdrop. And I'm grateful for all the people that have pulled this together. And I would go down through some of these things before I introduce some of our friends here. But hopefully today we are going to take up a number of issues. Of course, border security and offense. We want to talk about, we're going to talk about birth tourism. where people will come here to have babies because they get automatic citizenship. We want to talk about the dreamers in a sincere way. We want to talk about, as I already mentioned, the group in the Senate that's pushing their legislation. We want to talk about Robert Richter's report of the Heritage Foundation that shows that this is a net cost of the Senate bill of $6.3 trillion, a net cost to us taxpayers. We want to talk about interior enforcement, which has just moved through the House Judiciary Committee last night late. We want to talk about the president defying his oath of office and refusing to enforce immigration law. We want to talk about amnesty and the rule of law.